channel, The Future Tarot. Oh, what a week. There is a major, powerful experience happening. I feel like as human, it's human nature, Sagittarius, to kind of yearn for certainty and resist change. I think that's what you've been doing collectively. My name is Bella. Welcome. Let's get into your reading. This will be your monthly reading for the month of May for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Sagittarius. As you can see, we just smudge a clearing of your energy. We'll use the singing bowl now as well. Take that deep breath in and then exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so. Help balance your energies. Just kind of prepare for the messages, okay? Peace, love, health, and wealth, Sagittarius. Oh, as I was meditating, there was a lot of energy coming around this week. I feel like there's a letting go of that need to shape sort of every moment that we experience with expectations, right? And I feel like there was a really heavy energy of letting go. That sort of was reiterated as I was meditating and drew some oracle cards, which we'll jump into before we get into the tarot. And immediately there's a sense of just this wisdom that was gained through this powerful time for you, Sagittarius. It was hard-fought wisdom, right? It came with some really tough lessons. You got the 20 Imagine card coming out, Sagittarius, for you. This is you kind of releasing those expectations and really manifesting with your truest, best intentions for the future. And you're imagining a different life for yourself than the one you had previously been living. I feel like there's something new stirring within you. An adventure that's been kind of yearning for some time. Sagittarius, there also came this energy of a change in the wind. Like I said, 12, something that, whether this is job, relationship, friendship, something is changing within your dynamic in a huge way. And it's having to, like I said, that moment of certainty where we always, we're always yearning for that certainty. We resist change, but yet we're always we require change in life to go forward. And as hard as it is, because it's uncertainty, right? It's scary. There's something behind you that's kind of in the back of your mind, like your time is running out for you in some way. TikTok is coming. I feel like you're working really hard at something and you feel like time is running out to accomplish your goals. What is meant for you will never pass you by, Sagittarius. And if something seems like it's eluding you for an extended period of time, that might be a moment to consider, Sagittarius, that maybe it isn't the right path at this point. Chaos and conflict did come out in reverse. I think it's number 33. Powerful master number, but I feel like this is you releasing the chaos and the conflict that's been internal, as well as within your own dynamics, relationship, job. You're really releasing it, because whatever you've been fighting, conflicting in yourself and conflicting in your relationships, it's created an internal and sort of aggression within yourself that is not allowing you to process the feelings as well as you maybe thought you had been. You also have 12, the growing moon confidence card coming out for you, Sagittarius. I feel like things are changing in that regard. Your inner, self-talk is changing. You're really starting to change the way, you think about things. Try to keep doing that. If you find yourself in any negative loop pattern, immediately try to nip that in the butt with yourself. We have this beautiful card coming out, Let Go, here. And I like the fact that they used a pregnant mother for this card, because this is, maybe for some of you, you are pregnant and going through this experience where you're letting go of any, habits, personal, people, places, things that are not serving you, because it's literally harming you at this point. And for whether you are pregnant or not, you're doing this to the nurture of your own self and worth and self-health, right? Powerful thing for you to do. You got Justice on the bottom of the deck, as well as by the book. Something is, underlying energies coming out. Justice is kind of going to be righted, whether you have been, karmically and, affected, whether you've been the one that's are going to receive good karma, bad karma. That'll all depend on you and your guys' situations and actions, obviously. We all face karmic lessons in a time, and I feel like right now, this may seem like it's a lesson that and it is in some ways, but it's not meant to be here to, hinder you or hurt you, right? This is happening and, for you, not to you, Sagittarius. So, if you could take a look and step back at what it is necessary in this process for you to sort of let go and experience the change that's necessary for you, you'll start to manifest everything that you know, wanted and desired in faster than you can imagine. All right, so we're going to take out the Celtic Cross for you, Sagittarius. We'll also clarify it. And then I'll finish off with a White Light Oracle Healing card that I will read from the book. It's just a short passage, but they're quite powerful. Pardon me. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Sagittarius. What's coming in for Sagittarius for the month of May? There's been an internal unrest within you for some time. Something that just feels like it's missing. A sense of sadness or aloofness I keep feeling for whoever this energy is. We have the... Oh, it is the High Priestess in this deck coming out in reverse. Okay, so I feel like you're not really listening to that intuition so much. Maybe you kind of... I keep hearing don't like what it has to say, and maybe there is true, right? For some, you know, you're kind of overriding that internal voice that you know is sort of right, because you maybe don't want to acknowledge it's right, or don't want to sort of, you know, accept that to be true. But there's a sense of getting back into touch with your higher self, back into, you know, touch with, I keep hearing reality for some, and I don't mean that to be, it's just what I'm getting here, but I feel like for some of you, you've been very out of touch with yourself, your spirit guides. There's a sense of real aloofness happening. It's coming, crossing you. Now crossing you could be helping or hindering you at this point. Well, we got the wheelbarrow card, this chariot card coming out for you, so double major arcana right out the gate. Now this is Cancer energy, but I feel like this is you kind of, for sense, putting everything in one, you know, I'm going. There's a sense of letting go, walking away from something, coming in with that chariot. You're determined to close something out. That could be, you know, what's helping you, but there is a sense of abundance behind you. You could be walking away from a sense of abundance or what you've known to this point, Sagittarius, because, you know, and going forward, you may be a little uncertain of what, you know, and that's, you know, causing a confusion within yourself. You got this King of Wands coming out, influencing you in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. That is you essentially, but you're not sort of focusing on your passion, sort of focusing on your desires. This could be a masculine energy coming in for you, but I feel like this is you focusing on what you shouldn't be, in a sense. You've got your, you know, passions fired forward, but your passions are kind of rooted in a sense of lack or disbelief, Sagittarius. There's a sense of, or that poverty mindset coming out here, Sagittarius. That Six of Swords, you're moving on, though. There's victory there. You're moving away from the tension, the mind sort of fuckery that I keep seeing and hearing here. This is, you know, victory, rite of passage, so to speak, Sagittarius. You're going towards what you want. You're leaving the past behind, I think, and you know, like that sword that's sort of in the ground there, Sagittarius, the flowers abundant, and then the boat setting sail. You're leaving the past, what you know, maybe to be abundant or successful, but you're going towards the future because it's got the bluer skies ahead, right? And no more choppy sort of waters or choppy water energy. You're laying down the sword, right? You're just letting it go, right? The mental sort of animosity, you're letting it go. The conflict that would face in the Five of Swords that would come before. You got the Six of Pentacles in the recent past. Look at that. It's all about abundance, abundance, abundance. Now, maybe the recent past was very abundant for you. You had some sort of wealth gain or something, you know. It is a sense of, again, moving past the conflict. So you definitely felt a change within your finances or abundance in the recent past. And that could have changed the game going forward for you. But there's a sense of, you know, I do like that it, you know, but it's in the past. I feel like maybe, you know, going forward, you know, it aided the change or started to, you know, initiate the change that I feel like you could be experiencing right now. And this double sixes out right out too. So 66 could be a powerful number. You also have 33 out for you as well. That Ace of Cups coming out in reverse. So that's in the near future. So, you know, abundant in love, but not so much abundant or abundant in life, but not so much abundant in love is sort of the near future energy with that. This is some sort of opportunity that could be coming in regards to love that you either don't see or not ready for in the near future. You're just kind of, you're not willing to sort of, you know, open the jar, so to speak, and see what's to come of this. You're a little jaded coming from that. That's okay. But this also is that I keep hearing TikTok. That could be what the TikTok is sense. You feel like, you know, time is running out to find the perfect person. Again, what is meant for you will never pass you by there. You have the Ace of Swords coming out. Look at that in your overall energy. Triumph is all about that energy. You're putting your, you know, this is a really sword in the ground, win or lose. You've got this. It is a very intellectually mind positive card. You're moving into a sense of triumph with that card. That's your overall energy of the reading. So I do like it. This is a win or lose. You know, you're going for what you want energy. And I think that's quite positive for you, Sagittarius. We have that Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this is your environment currently. Maybe feeling a little bit of alone. Not seeing the abundance. You feel like the abundance has sort of got up and left you in this energy, but they're not seeing, like, right outside, the abundance is still there. A time of hardship come in your environment recently. Maybe, you know, again, hitting maybe financially where it hurts, because that Six of Pentacles in the recent past is your abundance. But that's not saying that, you know, financially right now, if you're not, you know, I feel like it is coming in a sense of an unexpected bill or some unexpected, you know, financial matter comes in to sort of shake up the game for you a little bit, Sagittarius, with that Five of Pentacles in reverse. But I feel like you will get through it. You just got to see through the, you know, it's not as bad as a hit as you may have assumed. You got that Eight of Swords coming out in your hopes and fears. Yeah. You're on the attack. That, you know, this is a hive that's essentially being attacked, right? You've survived the attack. You're definitely left a little damaged, a little sort of wounded. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Now, that is, you know, your greatest fear, essentially, to just barely make it out of this attack. You have sort of barely made it out of attack already, but I feel like there's a positive energy that's going to come from there. There's still so much there. But, you know, what you can do in that sense of adversity, right? You know, there's punctured holes within yourself, and I feel like that you have sort of been trying to fill in some other way. Ooh, the Tower card coming out in your outcome in reverse. Now, if there is any energy, Sagittarius, that you want to be in reverse, it is a Tower card, because you're moving on from the chaos and conflict. That's already happened. The Tower moment's happened. And now, that's what I mean. You're moving from it. You're starting to see the way you can rebuild. And that could be quite positive if you let it. You have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck in reverse as well. You're recovering from a heartbreak, right? A sense of, you know, constantly on dodging some sort of attack, working through some things, that Tower moment that came and stripped away the foundations. You know, we just did the Tower card readings recently as well, and there was a sense of real power there. I feel like everybody's ready for a huge Tower moment in their lives, whether it's initiated by them or others. This is sort of what's being indicated for you right now, Sagittarius. This is happening whether you want it to or not. You're initiating it. Your higher self is sort of initiating it. Can I clarify that High Priestess for Sagittarius in reverse, please? The Tower, you know, in reverse is yes, I don't think it's unforeseen, right? I think this change is just, you know, has already happened for you. But you have to focus on the rebuild and not so much the break, right? So it's all up to you and how you kind of pick up and dust yourself off at this point. We've got the Death card coming out to clarify that High Priestess, Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with Scorpio, but this is definitely you transforming what was. Letting go of the past, resisting. It is coming. You know, you're resisting, following that intuition towards what you know is possible. The Death card is initiating this rebirth, this transformation for you, Sagittarius. It's time for you to truly let go. No more sort of, I feel like if you're doing half-assing it, you're half-assing sort of going through this process, and then you kind of turn back. You need to work through this process. This, you know, is a liberating time for you if you can choose to let it be. There's that Chariot. Look at the Chariot is clarifying the Chariot, Sagittarius. But this one's in reverse. So you are, again, being pulled in both directions. One foot in, one foot out, not knowing which way to go. Truly, you are determined. But again, one obstacle comes, and I feel like you're hightailing it back in there. Sagittarius, you really got to focus on what it is that you want and sort of plan to manifest your potential, you know, solution to it. Can I clarify that King of Wands in reverse? Whoa. Sure that wasn't the whole deck that we were wanting to clarify there. So, you know, this is a powerful moment, but you're resisting the change. The change in the wind card is there as well. You are truly resisting it. It's like right there, and you just gotta keep focusing one step backwards. That Ace of Cups coming out again here. You have it out twice here, Sagittarius. This is in reverse as well, Sagittarius, because, again, opportunities. You're not seeing an opportunity in terms of either love, solution, or some sort of opportunity for you to heal or work through it. You're missing out on altogether because you're just either not ready or not seeing it for what it is. Can I clarify that Six of Swords? You know, this is a rite of passage if you choose to let it be. You can take yourself. You got 12 out here as well, Sagittarius, as a powerful number. But this is definitely the Five of Swords clarifying the Six of Swords. It is in reverse. You have to move past that mindset. This is what's hindering you from going to this moment. You know, you are truly, you know, this Five of Swords is, I feel like, a sense of being, you know, betrayed or stabbed in the back as well, right? You conflict. Somebody could be kind of that sneak attack, and that's what's going to lead you to this rite of passage. Focus on, you know, the people around you as well. But it's really time for you to move past that conflict and that energy that is just literally stabbing you in the back of the chance to get. We have the High Priestess coming out again. You have a lot of clarifying cards out here. Chariot out twice. You've got the High Priestess out twice. Sagittarius, this is your sort of initiation back into your abundant self-worth, you know, and health and wealth here. Can I clarify that Ace of Cups? You got the Ace of Cups out twice here. Sagittarius, you got 111 out here as well. Powerful at reading. This is definitely, without a doubt, this is definitely one change away from your precipice. You got a lot of worry and sleepless night with that Four of Swords. Again, this is your mindset around love or wealth. You're worried, keeping you up at night about, you know, whether you're going to achieve it. TikTok things are running out. What is yours? It will never pass you by, Sagittarius. So clarifying that Ace of Swords, opportunity is here for you. Okay, to win or lose, you can take this opportunity and run with it, but you got to choose to do that, right? Moving into the, exactly, you got to look at that new horizon. That Three of Wands is facing and looking at, you're a little resistant, holding on to the tree, but you have to move towards it. You cannot keep going and staying. Do you stay where you know, because it's all you've ever known in a sense, or do you let that go and take a chance on something new? That is definitely what I would advise here. Can I clarify that Five of Pentacles for Sagittarius? Justice card, like I said, it was out on the bottom line. Energy, it was bound to come out. This is sort of a karmic moment. Scales being rebalanced. Now, again, whatever side you're on, I feel like the Tower moment, this could be a sign of attack, you know. You are sort of experiencing a karmic moment right now, and I feel like that we all go through them, right? The highs and lows, we all have to pay, you know, the piper essentially, right? So this Eight of Swords coming out here, you got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Look at that. You are literally preventing this mindset, this feeling so weakened by this attack has left you in a sense of not able to see the future or rebuild. Tower cards coming in reverse because you are already, this is hurt long past. This Tower moment's happened. It's time to get up and get on. And I feel like the sooner you start to do that, Sagittarius, the sooner things will start to change in your life drastically. Clarifying that Tower card in reverse for Sagittarius, please. The Lover's card. So, yeah, this is a Tower moment that probably regarding a love situation. That was stripped away. You Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It left you heartbroken, abandoned, felt feeling very betrayed in this energy. It has been one for the books for you to sort of heal and let go of, Sagittarius, but you can and will do that. The Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck in reverse. There's choice and opportunity here, but you're just not ready to see it yet because you're still in that wounded state of heart, which is, you know, I want to say it's okay because we all process things at different times, but Sagittarius, it's time for you to get up and get on. And, you know, start to focus on what's right for you. Let go of the the pain that keeps hindering you, even in going forward, will continue to do so until you become, you know, totally 100% ready to entertain, begin, or try a new relationship, okay? Let's take a look at your White Light Oracle Healing Message, Sagittarius. And okay. You got two, so if you're willing to stick with me, we'll read the short passages. If not, well, till next time, my friends. We have at 27, that Aurora of Gamma coming out. Just going to grab my trusty book here, 27. Okay. Okay. It says, it is time to let go of what has been, Sagittarius. You are swiftly outgrowing the past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. Wow. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than dodgingly committing yourself to your previous ideas or plans. You have the spiritual intelligence necessary to evolve. Continue your healing journey with trust that a positive outcome is imminent. Wow, Sagittarius. And then we got Shittikpat of Seahorse 31. Probably butchering that name. If I did, totally sorry about that. All right. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true romance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of it, in which environment and relationships harmonize well with you. Wow. Supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest. Relax, and you shall attract all you need. Wow, Sagittarius. Like I said, powerful healing messages, and they've always been connected right to exactly what you need here. So let it go. Until next time, namaste.